Donald Trump and his supporters are traitors to the Union. I am a combat vet. Donald Trump, the former commander-in-chief, incited an insurrection and tried to circumvent the Constitution, tried to interfere with the peaceful transfer of power to Joe Biden, tried to use Mike Pence to not certify the election, and stood back and watched his supporters overrun Congress. Donald Trump is a traitor to the Union. He is an enemy to the Constitution, and his supporters are traitors to the country. Now, the Colorado Supreme Court has ruled that he is ineligible to run. And of course, the right-wing Red MAGA is like, this is a conspiracy. This is a conspiracy. This is not constitutional, forgetting about the 14th Amendment. Many don't know what the 14th Amendment Section 3 is, so I figured I'd read it for you. No person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector of president and vice president, or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state, who, having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress or as an officer of the United States or as a member of any state legislature or as an executive or judicial officer of any state, to support the Constitution of the United States, shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same, or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof. But Congress may, by a vote of 2/3 of each house, remove such disability. Now I'll tell you something that just grinds my gears about Red MAGA and Southern right Americans saying that they are true blue Americans, red, white, and blue, waving around the Confederate flag when the Confederate flag is the flag of traitors to the Union. After the Civil War, there were not many arrests going on with politicians in the South who led insurrections and a civil war against the Constitution, against the Union. There were no arrests made. So that lawlessness, those Confederate generals get to be memorialized as heroes. They get to have movies and documentaries made about them when they are traitors to the Union, and they are enemies to the Constitution. Now, this removes the shroud of what they're trying to defend, of Americanism, when they truly mean white nationalism, comfortability with white supremacy, in all white America. Because Barack Obama's birth certificate, him having a Nigerian father, was enough for the right to call for him not to run, asking and forcing him to prove his American citizenship and his birth. But the former president of the United States, with no qualifications, none, except failed businesses, lying and inflating his worth, I guess a hit show on NBC, CBS, I don't know because I didn't watch it, where his contestants were more famous than he was. I guess paying them that $10,000 Trump check. Calling Republicans some of the dumbest people to convince. Look it up. I mean, the interview's on YouTube. But Trump, like Elon Musk, want to get to high positions of power with no merit. They'd rather just buy it or steal it. Barack Obama, the former president of the United States, war criminal, okay? There's no praise here, was on trial for wearing a tan suit in the court of public opinion. Donald Trump is facing 91 charges and is on the ballot. Convicted felons cannot even vote in some of these states. But you know what they can do? Maybe they can run for office if they're white. All of those unjailed Confederate traitors to the country created an antebellum South, a red wall full of racism, white supremacy, Christian nationalism that is unparalleled since the colonial settlements in the state, in the Americas. Mark me. So on one hand, you have Genocide Joe, the bastion of white comfortability. And then you have Donald Trump. They're both war criminals, both complicit. The bastion of white supremacy. Both two wings on the same bird. Mike Johnson, the whole lot of them. Wings on the same bird. Shitting on us. And we are not feeling lucky.